Hey everybody, hello. A very happy new year to you all and welcome back to our channel Info Island. So guys, today we have an interesting topic जिसको हम discuss करेंगे and yes, let me tell you अगर आप भी एक aspirant हैं competitive exams के तो guys आपके लिए ये वाला वीडियो जो हम आज लेकर आए हैं ये बेहद important वीडियो होने वाला है which is banking abbreviations. So guys, have you ever wondered what those abbreviations, those acronyms, जो short forms होती हैं, they mean when you see them in the banking world? Well, yes, don't worry if you do not know. We have got your back, we have got you covered, and here are we today presenting you this particular video with the banking abbreviations and covering all of those important abbreviations जो कि आपको ऑलमोस्ट डेली आपकी डेली रूटीन लाइफ में बैंकिंग से रिलेटेड देखने को मिलता है इससे होगा क्या गाइज आपकी टर्मिनोलॉजीज जो बैंकिंग टर्मिनोलॉजीज होगा उसका नॉलेज क्लियर हो जाएगा उससे रिलेटेड चीजें आपको पता चल जाएगी and yes just by learning these abbreviations you will come to know about the meaning about the definition of that particular word so चलिए बिना किसी देरी के वीडियो को शुरू करते हैं एंड यस वी आर डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू decode some of the very common yet important banking abbreviations to help you guys understand them in a better way. So yes, let's quickly dive right inside the video. Okay, the first and the foremost abbreviation that we are going to talk about today is FIDAI, जिसको हम acronym के तौर पे FIDAI बोलते हैं, which is FEDAI, and it stands for Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India. Guys, abbreviations का यही plus point होता है, see, just because knowing कि FIDAI is like आपको अगर इसका full form पता होगा तो you will come to know कि हाँ भाई it is related to foreign exchange. Why knowing is important क्योंकि guys अगर जैसे आपको नहीं पता होता that here F stands for foreign, E stands for exchange, D stands for dealers तो आपको इसका मतलब नहीं पता पड़ पाता because obviously option में अगर F की जगह कुछ और भी होता you might get confused and you might just choose it as the correct answer. लेकिन अगर आपको उसका correct form पता होता है तो आपको firstly आपको obviously उसका एब्रीविएशन का मतलब पता चल जाएगा सेकेंडली आपको उससे रिलेटेड अगर कुछ बोलना है जानना है पता करना है लिखना है तो वो भी आपके लिए बहुत आसान हो जाता है तो जैसे कि अभी हम देख सकते हैं एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे यहाँ पे मुझे पता है FEDAI तो मुझे पता है कि हाँ इट इज रिलेटेड टू द फॉरेन एक्सचेंज एसोसिएशन तो मतलब फिर मैं उसको बता सकती हूँ कि ओके दिस इज समथिंग सम ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सम ऑफ द एसोसिएशन जो कि फॉरेन एक्सचेंज में डील करता है तो आई नो द मोटा मोटा एक बोलते हैं ना इन अ नटशेल यू गेट द meaning out of it. So it is very important that just by knowing these abbreviations, we come to know about the meaning of those terminologies. Okay, so secondly, we have ALCO and it stands for Asset Liability Committee. ALM, which stands for Asset Liability Management. Next, we have KVIC that stands for Khadi and Village Industries Corporation. Next is KYC, which is the very important abbreviation and one must know about it. That is know your customer. Or banking mein to guys, banking field mein to it is very common, which is almost used on not only daily basis, on an hourly basis, I must say. Okay, next we have Exim Bank. So Exim stands for export and import. Now that you know that EX stands for export and IM stands for import, तो you will come to know कि हाँ भाई एक ऐसा बैंक है जो कि एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट में डील करता है. नेक्स्ट वी हैव नाबार्ड अगेन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग और इससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस भी पूछे जाते हैं कि कब ये इस्टेब्लिश हुआ कहाँ इस्टेब्लिश हुआ किसने किया वगैरह वगैरह सो नाबार्ड स्टैंड्स फॉर नेशनल बैंक फॉर एग्रीकल्चर एंड रूरल डेवलपमेंट. Next we have is SIDBI. SIDBI stands for Small Industries Development Bank of India. Okay, so which means अब देखिए it is auto एक होता है ना कि अपने आप ही आपको पता पड़ जाता है that SI stands for Small Industries. तो guys स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रीज के डेवलपमेंट के लिए इस बैंक को इंडिया में लॉन्च किया गया है. Next is EDP. So EDP stands for Entrepreneurship Development Program. Next we have LAMS. So LAMS stands for Large Sized Adivasi Multipurpose Societies. Next we have LERMS. So LERMS stand for Liberalized Exchange Rate Management System. Next again we have NBFC. So NBFC is non-banking finance companies. Next we have QIB. So QIB stands for Qualified Institutional Bankers. Next, we have RBI, the very common, the very important. So RBI stands for Reserve Bank of India, which is the Central Bank of India. Next, we have RDBMS, which is this Relational Database Management System. Next, we have REC, that is Rural Electrification Corporation. Next, we have RFC, that stands for Resident Foreign Currency. Next, we have RIDF, which stands for Rural Infrastructure Development Fund. नेक्स्ट वी हैव RRB, जिसका फुल फॉर्म होता है रीजनल रूरल बैंक. Next is RTGS, which is again an important terminology, I would say. So real time gross settlement. Next is RWA, that stands for risk weighted assets. Next is SBI, again a very important bank, that is State Bank of India. Next, we have SCB, which is a scheduled commercial bank. Okay, guys, one thing I would like to tell you guys, what happened is at times we pronounce some of the people pronounce it as scheduled. So, guys, there's a difference between schedule and scheduled. So, when we talk about the bank, when we talk about the caste, it is a schedule at that point of time, and we talk about the time in the time zone, then it is schedule. So, there's a difference between the two. Next is NRE, that is non-resident external account. Next is NRI, that is non-resident Indian. Next we have SDR, again an important point, which is special drawing rights. Next is YTM, that is yield to maturity. Next we have LAB, that is local area banks. Next we have ALM, that is asset liability management. Next, we have ANBC, that stands for Adjusted Net Bank Credit. Next is SBA, that stands for Applications Supported Bank Accounts. Next, we have DPG, that stands for Deferred Payment Guarantee. DRI stands for Differential Rate of Interest. DSCR, that stands for Debt Service Coverage Ratio. FDI, we have already discussed, it's Foreign Exchange Dealers Association of India. FOB, or you can say free on board. NPV, net present value. DPN, demand promissory note. DRAT, debt recovery appellate tribunal. OCB, oversees the corporate bodies. POA, power of attorney. OLTAS, that stands for online tax accounting system. OMO, open market operations. PACS, primary agricultural credit societies. LIC, that stands for Life Insurance Corporation of India. IEPF, Investors Education and Protection Fund. IRDA, Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority. CCIL, Clearing Corporation of India. Okay guys, so without like delaying you guys further, मैं आपको एक चीज बताना चाहूंगी. इसी तरह से हमने आपको वीडियो में आपको abbreviations दिखा रखे हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल OTCEI, ISCI, KCC, which is किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड. तो गाइज आपको क्या करना है, you just have to go through all of these abbreviations. मैं एक एक रीड आउट करूंगी, तो गाइज वीडियो थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही लंबा हो जाएगा. तो यस, आपको बोर नहीं करते हैं और वीडियो को हम फास्ट फॉरवर्ड उसमें दिखा देते हैं. और प्लीज़ आप सारे के सारे जितने भी abbreviations हैं अच्छे से याद कर लीजिएगा, in order to make sure that you know all of these terms whenever it come to like any of the paper और आपको पता हो. Okay, so BCSBI, SEBI, SFMS, SHG, CAR, SEBI, MICR, NSE, FCNR, CDRS, IADRBT, YTM, MCA, MIS, CRISAL, ICRA, CARE, IRDA, CASA, CBIO, CIBIL, CRR, KYC. KYC we have discussed, and CRR is again important, cash reserve ratio. In fact, in this CIBIL is also very important. It is related to the credit card, and these days you have to maintain that CIBIL score also. So you must be aware about this Credit Information Bureau of India Limited. IPO, SLR, SLRS, EMI, SSI, SME, UTI, WPI, EDI, EPS, ESOP, PDO, SSSBE, PIN, sorry, which is again important, personal identification number, NBFC, NEFT, RTGS, NPA, QUIP, BOE, SME, RA, SLR, SIDB, SIDC, SJS, RY, APRACA, ABS, ACH, ACU, AD, ADR, AEBC, AEBL, AFC, AFI, AFS, AICCCA, and yes, likewise इसी तरह से आप बाकी की abbreviations भी देख सकते हैं. Okay. Guys, so there you have it. We have covered some of the very common banking abbreviations that you might come across in the banking world. Understanding these abbreviations will surely are going to make your banking experience much smoother. And yes, that's all for today's video. We hope you found this video informative, helpful. And if you did, don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more informative content. If you have any questions or suggestions for future video, please leave them in the comment section down below. Until next time, take care and happy learning.